we're going to answer all the questions.
Well, I'm going to answer whatever questions I'm comfortable answering. I'm not having anybody pin me against a wall for information that we haven't come up with yet.
And she's sending you her questions and
Yes,
a written form?
Yeah, I asked her to do that. But they mirror exactly Brad Will's questions.
Oh, okay.
You guys
Jim,
email
you
that.
want to ask somebody something?
Wait for.
Around.
Can I just make a copy of that? Because I didn't do that before, and that was needed for the file.
Oh, you want to talk?
I changed all the signatures.
All right. And Al, what took you so long? You're overtime now. Gee. And you can't get paid, so you can't get paid. It takes time. All right. We're adjourned. Here.
We already got it. Jim wanted to talk first.
Jimmy, go ahead, pal.
I just wanted to say thank you very much for the patience you displayed last night in sticking through that marathon. I know that there was a lot of stuff that was thrown up that calls into question your dedication to running a fair shop. And I certainly left discouraged last night as someone who has tried to run a fairly accessible and open form of government, and to hear all the accusations about nefarious means of cover-ups and secrecy and all that. I was personally hurt, and I can imagine that after all the time that you guys have put in your board meetings and everything else you've done for the water department, to hear some of the accusations that you didn't have the best interest of the city at heart, I can relate to that, and I want to thank you for what you put up with. I also want to say that if any of you have any individual concerns about the process and you wish to talk to me, I'll be more than happy to sit down to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Right now I'm answering questions of city residents on what it is that's going on in the town of Ulster. I don't have a problem with that. Judy has asked me to refrain from commenting on anything that has to do with the city of Kingston Water Department. And I have put that in writing to Jeremy Wilbur by saying, guys, you have agreements with the city. I can't comment on that. But I can tell you what's going on within the town of Ulster, and I provided you all the documentation. So anything that anyone wants to take and avail themselves of, I'm available anytime, any place, and I'll answer any question you want.
So where are you actually in the process, the secret process?
We just started, which is this notice process. We can't officially start seeker until all these are returned from everyone that we notify.
Or there's a time frame, that they don't get back to you within a certain
30 days. Okay? And I will tell you, I have had conversations with our attorneys. Because I hear what these people are saying, and I said, what about notifying New York State DEP for lead agency? Do they have any approvals? We've gone through and we've challenged, based upon the criteria in the secret regulations, every one of these agencies that they've thrown out. Do they have any ability to make a decision that would impact this project from the point of view of issuing a permit, and also from a speculative nature, which is the other key word that's in that statute, a speculative event. We talked it out, and the New York State DEP, New York City DEP, we don't know when the next drought's going to come. We don't know when there's going to be a need to connect. That's a speculative event.
And every watershed community has the right to do that. We're one of the few that is in proximity to make it feasible.
So, and it's a statutory right. So what is it that they can necessarily approve? Engineering drawings?
No, they wouldn't want to do that.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what it is they approve. Now, I asked Rebecca on the way out here, she complained about the town being the lead agency. I said, you got a better showing? You got a better suggestion? And she said the city of Kingston Water Department. I said, wait a second.
We don't have the capability or the knowledge to do that.
The building's being built in the town of Ulster. The traffic is coming to the town of Ulster.
The sewage is coming.
The sewer's in the town of Ulster. the employees have to drive through the town of Ulster to get to the plant. And if we have an issue over fire protection in the town of Ulster, we'll be providing fire protection water. So, I mean, the impacts are on the town of Ulster.
And you have a planning board and a professional planner. Seeker's very complicated. It's something that needs to be done correctly. It's not anything we would have the capacity to do. And so what we would end up doing is deferring to the city planning board, and that's silly. It's ludicrous.
That was the other comment. Why didn't you notify the city as a lead agency? I said, based upon council's opinion, I have been told the city government has no standing in relation to this board at your independent bodies. So what decision are they going to make that impacts the project? There is none. And of course they disagree, but you know what? My analysis after listening to everybody last night, they don't like plastic bottles. And the water is the only way they can stop the plastic bottles. Well, I got news for them. There's 2 other plant sites. One is in Schenectady County and one is in Massachusetts.
And they're gonna,
And
the
if it
same
don't
number
go
of
here,
plastic bottles are gonna be out in the environment, no matter what.
if it don't come here, it goes there. And if it don't come here, the town of Ulster residents
And
are
they're yelling
taking
about
it.
startup New York, and they're getting all this free money. Well, if they go to Schenectady, guess what?
They-
They're gonna get all the free taxpayer money, and you're not gonna get any benefit.
What they didn't read in the footnotes to the Mid-Hudson Regional Economic Development Council's CFA application is this was a multi-regional application. This was a joint application between Schenectady and Mid-Hudson, with them knowing that if they don't go here, they're going to go to Schenectady.
And the question that she asked, did we know, why would we have known about that application? I mean,
Knowing that they're putting an application in and knowing what's in the application are 2 entirely different sets of questions.
but in truth, we didn't know they were putting in an application, and nor would we have.
That's
How
correct.
long did it take us to actually get them to acknowledge
That we.
that they want to negotiate with us for the amount of water and the price? It wasn't, you said, I guess, April, but I think it was later than that. I mean, the email may have come.
The email came in, the initial email asking for the will serve letter came following the county meeting in April. But it was August before they started to actually negotiate directly with us.
And the reason that was,
Late in the summer.
It was August.
Wow.
Mr. Ginsburg didn't sign the
That's correct.
contract
It
of
was-
sale until August, okay?
And that was him.
They did not know they had a deal.
Right. Right.
And that's why the will serve stuff sat from April until September.
Exactly.
But there's a conspiracy there.
I know.
So, again, thank you.
Jim,
And
thank you.
If there's
Thank you,
anything
Jim.
that you want, give me a call. I'll
Right.
be more than happy to meet with you singly, as a group, whatever you want. Go through anything you want to go through.
Thank you.
Jim, thank you, and I think we're good for now. I think,
Thanks for staying in. And by.
Hey, look, this is regional. The town of Ulster represents 25% of your water sales. My customers are gonna pick up 25% of your capital improvements, and then they have to pay for their own on top of that. Okay, I'm gonna end up with $6 a thousand water when I finish. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
Bye.
I was wondering the same
what did you
thing.
say?
How many of those people last night drink water out of a plastic bottle?
None of them to hear them talk.
Yeah, right. Go follow them someplace.
Thank you, guys. I know it's been a long call.
Was it 3 times around the world?
What?
First with